event at the ranch where they're waiting, but I just wanted to stop by and to congratulate the Ministry of Education on further improving the digital platform through which accessibility to education, through which innovative approach to learning, and through which a dynamic learning environment is created to enhance learning, enhance capability, and importantly, to give a more even access to high quality education across the country. I just want to spend a few moments maybe to say that we are right now investing in digital Guyana. In every aspect of national life, we are putting the infrastructure in place to unleash in the next 5 years a digital platform that will support every aspect of life in Guyana. So soon you will see we are launching the digital wallet, and we are working with India on migrating our payment platform to a digital platform where payments will be made from your phones, and that will be now your payment wallet. So that is important. And in education, if I may spend a bit of time on education, we are now putting the investment in, whether it's in the hinterland, the riverine communities, schools across our country. We are putting the investment in to ensure that you have accessibility to digital tools, digital equipment, because we can have a digital program, and if there is very limited accessibility to the digital tools and digital assets to support those programs, then you will not have the results that we want digital education to deliver. So with this, we are now complementing it with the digital school. The digital school will be interactive school. It will be just like a normal school, but on a digital platform. We'll have buildings to house the school. We already identified one building that is completed in Region 6, one in Essequibo, and definitely we'll have one here in Region 3, where students will be attending the digital school, but the school will be accessible to every single child across the country, so that even, and eventually, we have already had tremendous interest in the Caribbean, Barbados especially, wanting to have their children registered on the digital school. So this school will be serving not only Guyana students here in Guyana, but students throughout the region. And we are working now to have that digital school launched very shortly. We're going to put a lot of investment in the digital school, as we're going to continue to invest in our own digital platform here to have this interactive learning environment. So this and the digital school will be complementing each other so that our children can learn in an environment that they will have to operate in. 5 years from now or less, your children will be operating in a completely new environment, an environment that is highly digitized, an environment in which AI, artificial intelligence, will be playing the lead role, and humans will be playing the more supervisory analytical role. So if the children are not learning or they're not gaining education in such an environment, then they will be placed at a disadvantage. So this is a very important advantage that the Ministry of Education is planning for in advance of what the country's development would look like and what the country's electronic platform would look like. Because if kids grow up in an environment in which they are more accustomed to digital tools and using digital tools and interacting with digital tools, then it's much easier for them to grow up in the digital environment and digital landscape. So let me give you an exciting project we're working on. So everybody who are coming in the country now, and I know many of you may have relatives, are very excited to say to you that they come in and they just walk through the airport. But we are doing something more than that now. We are doing more than people coming in and walk through the airport. We are now working to be among the first 10% of countries to have digital license renewal portals. This is like kiosks, like an ATM machine. We will have it across the country, and you just scan your license, use your debit or credit card, and you renew your license right there at any facility, in a mall, in a police station. So part of this is also to remove the human biases and human interference and lapses in the system. You know, so we have great teachers, excellent teachers, but you still hear, and you go to some schools that teachers may not turn up for a particular period, high levels of absenteeism. So those are things that we have to address. But whilst we address it, these tools now give us the opportunity not to be without teaching material, not to have learning gaps. And then with these tools available to the Ministry of Education, if there is an assessment, take for example COVID. We learned a lot from COVID. We were perhaps the only country, one of the only countries maybe in the region that kept education going during COVID, that kept learning going through COVID. But it was very expensive because we had to spend a lot of resources on printing materials, printing worksheets, transportation costs, sometimes chartering flights just to take in worksheets in certain interior locations. But with these tools now, we are preparing ahead, learning from the experience of the past so that we have an infrastructure that will allow us to deliver that education in the greatest of challenges or challenging times that will come. As you know, most scientists say it is not if the next pandemic will come, it's when it will come. So we're preparing our infrastructure to meet the challenges and demands of the future. So I said I wouldn't be long. I just wanted to thank you, thank the Ministry of Education for doing their part in rolling out the national digital platform. You know, the other areas that the ministry will have to focus on is assessment, 360 degrees assessment digitally, where students can assess teachers' performance, teachers can assess their peers' performance, they can assess their principal performance on a digital platform that goes into an AI program that allow us to tell us where our best teachers are, where our weaknesses are, and where we should concentrate resources on in addressing those weaknesses. So once again, you are part of an important initiative here this morning. You're part of a great, innovative program and idea that will continue to blossom and continue to bring the type of benefit and development, not only in the next 5 years, but next 20, 30, 40 years. One of the good things about the People's Progressive Party civic government is that we always embrace policies and programs that are very futuristic. We are not short-sighted in our vision. We are not narrow in our vision. We look at long-term challenges and long-term issues, and we try to develop policies and programs that would not only look at immediate gratification, but look at long-term benefits and long-term results so that they are sustainable and resilient in nature. That is what we are about. So congratulations. I'm sorry I cannot stay longer. I know Priya is going to do a good job at giving you the entire analysis of the sector and positioning that in national development. But I have a lot of persons waiting at Lagrange, and I just want to ensure that I'll be there. I'm not on time as yet, but I'll be there in time, not to have them waiting too long. God bless all of you and continue to do well for you and your children.